Hello everyone, in today's episode we are going to be making homemade pizza. On this recipe, where I already have my sauce and my paste, and also my all-purpose flour here. And I also have sunflower oil I will be using to muting it for it not to be sticking to our hand, guys. So I have already mixed the ingredients together, as you can see. The next step is we are just going to go on and add in our water for it to be able to melt it together. So guys, stay tuned and watch me as I mix everything properly, guys. So on this step, we are not going to be using a whisk anymore, a hand mixer. So we are just going to use our hands. So for we to be able to achieve this process, I have to wash my hands so that my hands can be clean. So let's go. Let's wash my hands now. Please, when you are cleaning your hands, make sure you have a clean hand tool. A clean hand tool. For those of you that does not know what it means hand towel, meaning your kitchen towel, and clean up your hands. Then you are going to make sure the quantity of water that will be enough for the dough. So for we not to make a mistake, to avoid some sticky mistakes, so we are going to be using this cup, 1 cup of this to melt it, guys. So guys, and we are going to be adding this water little by little so that we'll get the consistency that we want on this recipe. So I add a little and I will stop. So I go again, I stop. So we still need more water. So we are going to take another glass of water. So the second time. You have to do it like this so that you get the major consistencies that you want. So you don't want to make a mistake on this recipe. So I have finished mixing it. So this is the final look of the dough. So we are going to, at this point, we are going to leave it to rest for some minutes. So while the dough is resting, for it to rise, so we are going to go on and make the sauce that we are going to be using for the pizza. Let's go, guys. So we are going to step this aside. Then I go on and wash my hands again. So I'm here muting it together. I still need more water because it's very sticky. So here's more water. We'll still have to add. This time around, it's not a full cup, it's just a half cup of water. build it together. So guys, this time around is a bit watery, so I have to bring some flour and add more flour, little flour to it to be sticky. So guys, so I'm adding little flour, just a little quantity, to be sticky to the taste which you want. So you just go back and start muting it together as before. So guys, at this point it's okay, it's the major consistency that we are looking for. We have already achieved it. So I'm going in with my sunflower oil, So I'm going to be adding a little bit of this oil, not for it not to be sticky to your hands or to the bowl anymore. Just adding a little oil so that it will not be sticky when using it, because at this point it's already what we are looking for, just for us to make the dough smoothly. That's why I'm adding the oil, not also for it not to be sticky to the bowl. After muting it, I'm going to bring it close to the camera so that you guys can see.
Here is our pizza that we are going to be using for this recipe. Although there are many types of this pizza, but I prefer to use this very one. Sometimes I also use the other one, but this one is a bit cheaper than the other one, even much more than the other one also. So now here is we have our tomato and onions. I'm just going to go ahead and slice it to the size I want for the sauce. So our pan is already in the oven, so I'm going to add our sunflower oil for making the tomato sauce for the pizza. At this point, we are just going to be adding a little oil, not much, because we are not cooking oil on this recipe. So our sauce needs to be thick, not watery. So we don't need too much oil so that it will not be dropping on our pan when we are baking it in the oven. So just slice it like this, and also like this. I wash the tomatoes before slicing it too. This when they are making it. Don't say that I did not wash it. I wash it. Maybe I'm not going to have that part because it's a little bit noisy because of my kids. So finish slicing the tomatoes. Now I'm going ahead to slice the onions as well. just go ahead and whisk it on it. So now I slice it also. If you don't also like to make sauce, although I will be teaching you guys different recipe of how to make this pizza. But sometimes I don't use tomato sauce. I just feel like slice all my ingredients and I put it on top of the pizza mix and bake it also. So I have this different way of making it, just like the way you also see the one you buy also in the supermarket. So there are different types. So today I choose to use tomato sauce on this recipe. So I want to slow down, so just strain it up. So it's like this oil is too hot, so I'll take it down and load the gas before taking it back to the fire. So now I have my meat. So I mix this so that it will be mixed. So it is good when you are cooking. Try as much as you can to always blend the things you use immediately, because if you decide to leave everything for later, it will be a little bit stressful. So whenever you are cooking, try as much as you can to do it immediately. So while this is cooking, so we are going to clear this place. Wait for this to cook. Just like this for just a oil. Because all this oil, don't carry it from us. That's the way I say cover that. So I'm sure with this one, so I'm just going to take it back to this position. So this is pepper. In Dutch, it's called chaff. So Arab people call it chili. So I'm going to be using a little bit of chaff, which is a little bit of pepper. Not too much, because I love to add chaff all time in my food. So please go back to its position also. And next step is that I'm going to add a little bit of curry powder to it, just to give me that scent that I want. Can't believe the aroma right now. The aroma is very, very so fantastic. So the next step is we are going to be using magic cube. So I'm using no magic cube. I will be using half of it, not the full magic cube, because I'm making a little quantity of sauce. A little quantity sauce, so I'm using half of the cube. So guys, take it back into this position. So guys, while this tomato sauce is cooking, we are just going to take out our pan from the oven. Just going to take out our pan from the oven and take out our pan from the oven. Then we are going to use this mixing pan because I have two pans. I have one big one, but I use this small one because the size is not that big. So I'm using this very one. Now my voice will not be so loud because of this kitchen fan. So of Dutch it's called dumb eye soup. So I'm going to be a bit louder so that you guys can be hearing me whatever I am saying. So thank you guys. And also at this point we are going to be stirring our tomato sauce so that it will not get hot. So I will wash the pan, although it's not dirty, but I will wash it once again. So hygiene, spoon for our food, the food that we are eating, our tomato, whatever we are eating. So I'm just washing it one more time. So putting it in. So because I don't have this paper for open paper anymore, because this one will not be enough for the pan. So we're just going to use grease to grease the pan so that the pan will not be it will not be sticking to the pan. So at this point I'm using water to grease my pan. I don't have any paper anymore, so I will use butter. I'm using the butter just to grease the pan, not to mix the dough, because we are not making dough for egg roll. Just to grease the pan so that we don't mix the dough. Okay. This is still a whole pan, so at this point the dough is now so fleshy and also it's now a bit light than it was before, because before it was very sticky, but now it's light than the way it was before. It's not thick anymore. It's not strong anymore. Now it's very light. So the consistency that we need in this recipe. you are going to do the way I just made it now. Just go ahead and use move it to the shape you should use for the recipe. So while that you are still doing that, and also the output of the thinking of sauce that you are looking for, you are going to use the recipe. So I forget something. So the sauce is okay. People will wonder why I don't have the salt. I already have the salt in my phone. So the taste is okay, so I don't want it to be so salty because you know that too much of sodium is not good for the kidney, it's not good for the body. So for that reason, I'm not going to be having enough salt. So that when you are consuming salt, know the quantity you are consuming because it's not that good for our health. So don't ask why it's not good for because the Maggi also is salt. So it's okay. Now, if I'm making stew, then I'll know that the stew I'm making is pizza recipe, not just going to going and doing it this way so that everything will be on the same shape as what we want from this recipe. So at this point, our tomato sauce is ready. So I'm just coming off my oven while going some pizza sheets first before adding the tomato. So at this point, I'm going to sprinkle some cheese at the bottom before adding tomatoes in the upper side. Follow me guys and watch this. So now I'm going to be adding the tomato step by step the way I'm able to spread it all over the pizza. Make this thing enough. So at this point, I've done turning the tomato sauce into the pizza mix. So I'm just going to spread everything to the top of the pizza so that we have the sauce all over. Sauce is all over the pizza because that is what makes it sweeter. So guys, after doing it this way, clothing should look like this. So see. So I'm still going to sprinkle the chips also at the top so that it will be okay. So that when we are taking it when it's ready to eat, so it will not be falling off. So wash, see, go back and do that. So just pick at it. So it's at the top. Sprinkle it. So that's ready. So now we are ready to bake it in the oven. So guys, this is the finishing part. So I'm just going to put it in the oven now. So stay tuned. Please, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to hit on the subscription button on my YouTube and turn also the bell icon notification so that you can get updated whenever I post a new video. Thank you all guys. So stay tuned and see the last part of this video. So that's it. Here is our pizza that we are going to be using for this recipe. Although there are many types of this pizza, but I prefer to use this very one. Sometimes I also use the other one, but this one is a bit cheaper than the other one, even much more than the other one also. So now here is we have our tomato and onions. I'm just going to go ahead and slice it to the size I want for the sauce. So our pan is already in the oven, so I'm going to add our sunflower oil for making the tomato sauce for the pizza. At this point, we are just going to be adding a little oil, not much, because we are not cooking oil on this recipe. So our sauce needs to be thick, not watery. So we don't need too much. Oil so that it will not be dropping on our pan when we are baking it in the oven. So just slice it like this. Just like this. And wash the tomatoes before slicing it too. This one I'm making it. Don't say that I did not wash it. I wash it. Maybe I'm not going to have that part because it's a little bit noisy because of my kids. So finish slicing the tomatoes. Now I'm going ahead to slice the onions. As well. So I just go ahead and whisk the onions. So now I slice it also. If you don't also like to make sauce, although I will be teaching you guys different recipe of how to make this pizza. But sometimes I don't use tomato sauce. I just feel like slice all my ingredients and I put it on top of the pizza mix and bake it also. So I have this different way of making it, just like the way you also see the one you buy also in the supermarket. So there are different types. So today I choose to use tomato sauce in this recipe. So slow down, so just turn it off. So like this oil is too hot, so I'll take it down and load the gas before taking it back to the fire. So now I have my meat. So I eat this so that it will be used. So it's good when you are cooking. Try as much as you can to always clear the things you use immediately, because you decide to leave everything for later. It will be a little bit stressful.
Here is our pizza that we are going to be using for this recipe. Although there are many types of this pizza, but I prefer to use this very one. Sometimes I also use the other one, but this one is a bit cheaper than the other one, even much more than the other one also. So now here is we have our tomato and onions. I'm just going to go ahead and slice it to the size I want for the sauce. So our pan is already in the oven, so I'm going to add our sunflower oil for making the tomato sauce for the pizza. At this point, you are just going to be adding a little oil, not much, because we are not cooking oil on this recipe. So our sauce needs to be thicky, not watery. So we don't need too much oil so that it will not be dropping on our pan when we are baking it in the oven. So just slice it like this, and also like this. I washed the tomatoes before slicing it to this when we are making it. Don't say that I did not wash it. I washed it. Maybe I'm not going to add that part because it's a little bit noisy because of my kids. So finish slicing the tomatoes. Now I'm going ahead to slice the onions as well. So I just go ahead and whisk the onions. So now I slice it also. If you don't also like to make sauce, although I will be teaching you guys different recipe of how to make this pizza, but sometimes I don't use tomato sauce. I just feel like slice all my ingredients and I put it on top of the pizza mix and bake it also. So I have this different way of making it, just like the way you also see the one you buy also in the supermarket. So there are different types. So today I choose to use tomato sauce on this recipe. So that one has fallen down, so just strain it off. So like this oil is too hot, so I'll take it down and load the gas before taking it back to the fire. So now I have my meat. So I mix it so that this will be mixed. So it is good when you are cooking. Try as much as you can to always clear the things you use immediately, because if you decide to leave everything for later, it will be a little bit stressful. So whenever you are cooking, try as much as you can to do it immediately. So while this is cooking, so we are just going to clear this place to wait for it to cook. Just clean, like this boy just sit on here. You cover up this oil, but don't carry am comot. Just see wetin I take cover am. Yeah, okay. Pasewo. So I'm through with this one. So I'm just going to take it back to this position. So this is pepper. In Dutch, it is called chaff. So Arab people call it chili. So I'm going to be using a little bit of chaff, which is a little bit of pepper, not too much, because I love to add chaff all time in my food. So please go back to its position also. And next step is that I'm going to add a little bit of curry powder to it, just to give me that scent that I want. Can't believe the aroma right now. The aroma is very, very, very so fantastic. So the next step is we are going to be using Maggi cube. So I'm using no Maggi cube. I will be using half of it, not the full Maggi cube, because I'm making a little quantity of sauce, a little quantity sauce. So I'm using half of the cube. So guys, take it back also to this position. You need to find this color because so guys, while this tomato sauce is cooking, we are just going to take out our pan from the oven. Just going to take out our pan from the oven and take out our pan from the oven. Then we are going to I'll be using this little pan because I have two pans. I have one big one, but I'll be using this small one because the size is not that big. So I'm using this very one for now. My voice will not be so loud because of this kitchen fan. So of Dutch, it's called Dom Iso. So I'm going to be a bit louder so that you guys can be hearing me, whatever I am saying. So thank you guys. And also at this point, we are going to be stirring our tomato sauce wash the pan, although it's not dirty, but I will wash it once again because of hygiene. It's good for our food, the food that we are eating in our stomach to whatever we are eating for us to eat. So I'm just washing it one more time before putting the. So because I don't have this paper for open paper anymore, because this one will not be enough for the farm, so I'm just going to use some grease to grease the farm so that the farm will not be the thing will not be sticking to the farm. So at this point, I'll be using butter to grease my farm. I don't have any paper anymore, so I will use butter. I'm using the butter just to grease the pan, not to mix the dough because we are not making dough for egg roll. Just to grease the pan so that we don't stick it to the oven. If it's sticking to the oven pan, so so at this point the dough is now so fleshy and also it's now a bit light than it was before because before it was very sticky, but now it's light than the way it was before. It's not thick anymore. It's not strong anymore. Now it's very light to the consistency that we need in this recipe. So now we are going to do it the way I just doing it now. Just go ahead and use mold it to the shape we should need for the recipe. So while that we are still doing that, and also we are also concentrating on sauce that we are looking for. We are going to use the recipe. So I forget one thing. So the sauce is okay. People will wonder why I did not add the salt. I already have the salt in my pot. So the taste is okay, so I don't want it to be so salty because you know that too much of salt is not good for the kidney, it's not good for the body. So for that reason, I'm not going to be adding enough salt. So that when you are consuming salt, know the quantity you are consuming because it's not that good for our health. So don't ask why it's not good salt because the Maggi also is salt. So it's okay. That way. If I'm making stew, then I'll know that the stew I'm making this recipe is pizza recipe, not stew. same shape as what we want from this recipe. Those are what we do. So at this point, our tomato sauce is ready. So I'm just turning off my oven while I go in with some pizza sheets first before adding the tomato. So at this point, I'm going to sprinkle some cheese at the bottom before adding the tomatoes in the upper side. Follow me guys and watch this. So now I'm going to be adding the tomato step by step the way I'll be able to spread it all over the pizza. Bring this to enough. So at this point, I've done turning the tomato sauce into the pizza mix. So I'm just going to spread everything to the top of the pizza so that we have the sauce all over. Sauce will be all over the pizza because that is what makes it sweeter. So guys, after doing it this way, the whole thing should look like this, as you can see. So I'm still going to sprinkle the chips also at the top so that thing will be okay. So that when we are taking it when it's ready to eat, so the thing will not be falling off. So wash, see, and go over and do that. So just pick at it. So it's at the top. Sprinkle it. So that is ready. So now we are ready to bake it in the oven. So guys, this is the finishing part. So I'm just going to put it in the oven now. So stay tuned. Please, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to hit on the subscription button on my YouTube and turn also the bell icon notification so that you can get updated whenever I post a new video. Thank you all guys. So stay tuned and see the last part of this video. So that's it.